This is truly the pinnacle of world animation, just 6 minutes long, yet 3 years in the making. It boasts stunningly realistic visuals, and has melted the hearts of countless viewers. This is the Oscar-winning Best Animated Short of 2016. As usual, the little seagull Yuki opened her beak wide, waiting to be fed by her mother. But her mother simply set the food on the sand, signaling the chick to get it on her own. Starving, Yuki stepped out of the nest for the first time, stepping into an unfamiliar world. She ran eagerly toward her mother, expecting to be fed like she always was. Instead, her mother ate every last bite herself. She then nudged Yuki to hunt for food alone. Yuki kept her mother's words in mind. Where bubbles rise, clams can be found. She managed to catch something at last, only to find it was just an empty shell. Before she could understand what happened, the flock suddenly began rushing back to shore. Her mother called out to her from afar. Too innocent to sense the incoming danger, Yuki got distracted by small chunks of sea foam and froze in her tracks. In an instant, a massive wave crashed down. Yuki was completely soaked and terrified. Traumatized by the rough tide, she grew terrified of the ocean. No matter how hard her mother encouraged her, Yuki refused to leave the safe shore. Hungry once more, she opened her beak out of habit. Yet her mother turned and left without a second glance. With no one left to protect her, even still afraid of the waves, her growling stomach left no other choice. Gathering her courage, she chose to face her fears again. This time, she was far more timid and cautious, hiding behind rocks in fear. Spotting bubbles rising nearby, she darted forward toward her meal. But the waves rolled in once again. She fled in pure panic. Even though the tide was much gentler this time, she cowered in the bushes, too scared to move, broken by her last bitter encounter with the sea. Moments later, a strange little creature dragged her out. A tiny hermit crab. Annoyed, Yuki covered the crab in sand. Playfully, the crab pinched her beak in return. Soon, the crab wandered toward the ocean with its family. Suddenly, the rushing tide crashed over them. Worried for the little crab, Yuki hurried over to check. To her surprise, the crab simply brushed off the sand and began eating its captured prey calmly. Seconds later, the crab buried itself in the sand. Another wave was coming fast, cornered and afraid. With no time left to run, Yuki copied the crab and buried herself in the sand. As the seawater washed over everything, the hermit crab tapped her gently. An incredible new world unfolded before her eyes. She finally understood where clams hid beneath the bubbles. When the tide receded, Yuki hopped happily back to her mother, excited to share the ocean's hidden secret. She had fully overcome her fear of the waves. From that day on, she could always find food with perfect precision. She grew to enjoy the freedom of hunting alone. She even shared her best catches with the flock. No longer a helpless, dependent chick, she had learned to stand on her own 2 feet and become her mother's greatest pride. I've rewatched this short film countless times, and it never fails to move me deeply. Growth, independence, and a mother's tough love. Courage in the face of fear. Every message strikes a heartfelt chord. Children must one day leave their parents' side. The first step is letting go of dependency. Next comes facing the unknown, and the fear that comes with it. Yet once you take that brave step forward, just like the little seagull in this story, you will open your eyes beneath the tide and discover a vibrant, brand new world.